So you want to lose belly fat, but you are working 60-hour weeks, traveling for work or providing for your family, and everything you try seems to be a flash in the pan and never truly lasts. Well, you're not alone. In today's video, I'm going to break down the 4 key things that men who have the same obstacles as you but still succeed in losing belly fat do. But the majority of men like you simply don't do these things. These are the exact principles that I followed when I went from this to this, and the exact methods that helped time-constrained men like Dan go from this to this. Firstly, hours of cardio is holding you back. Cardio burns calories, sure, but it doesn't do much to build muscle or boost your metabolism long term. In fact, excessive cardio can lead to muscle breakdown, increased hunger, and a slower metabolism, making fat loss harder the more you do. Now, most men over 30 think that they need to run for hours on the treadmill, spin bike, or sweat buckets in HIIT classes to lose the belly fat. But if you're not pairing that with resistance training and proper nutrition, you're just spinning your wheels. Muscle is metabolically active. The more you have, the more calories you burn at rest. That's why lifting weights 3 times a week, eating enough protein, and applying progressive overload will get you leaner, stronger, and more defined. Instead of chasing calories on the treadmill, focus on building a body that burns them for you all day long. The truth is, cardio should be used as a tool, not the foundation layer to getting in shape. If your goal is to drop body fat and build a leaner physique and boost your metabolism, trade those endless cardio sessions and the hours on the treadmill for smart resistance training and watch your body actually change for good. The second big mistake I see is that thinking lifting weights alone is going to get you lean. Yes, we need to train hard. Yes, we need to be in the gym, and we need to resistance train. And look, I love training. I've been in the gym for years. Maybe you can't tell, but the truth is you can't out-train a bad diet. If your nutrition isn't dialed in, those hard-earned workouts, the hours you spend in the gym, won't actually do what you want them to do. You'll end up spinning your wheels again. You'll end up burning out, and you'll still have that layer of belly fat. So here is what you actually need to know. Training is only 20% of the equation, believe it or not. Nutrition is the other 80%. Nutrition and diet contribute to 80% of your results. And most importantly, it's not about just doing more, it's about doing better. You don't need 6 or 7 workouts a week. 3 45-minute sessions focused on progressive overload, full body strength is more than enough for busy professionals, high-performing men who are very time constrained. You do not want to be spending 6 or 7 days in the gym. 3 days a week, 45 minutes a session is the plan. The goal is efficiency here. You need to make those sessions count. You need to train with intensity. You need to hit your major muscle groups and then let your nutrition and recovery do the rest. Because here's the truth. You can lift heavy and work really hard in the gym, but if you're eating in a calorie surplus, not a deficit, and you're constantly guessing with your food and winging it, that belly fat will not budge. So yes, we need to lift hard. We need to lift smart. We do need to train with intensity in the gym, but dial in your diet if you actually want to see your abs and lose the belly fat. That's how our members melt body fat whilst building lean, strong physiques, even on a tight schedule. Now, let's talk about one of the biggest blind spots for men trying to get lean: accountability, specifically with your nutrition. Now, most guys that I speak to on Instagram, most guys tell me, look, I eat pretty clean. But here's the truth. Pretty clean is not a strategy. It's a guess. And 99% of the time, it's wrong. I used to think the same thing until I actually started tracking and understanding nutrition properly. I realized I was eating well over 3,000 calories on some days without even noticing. It's very easy to actually overeat. Now, it's not the meals that get you. It's the little bites here or there, the snacks, the drinks. It all adds up. Now, I'm not saying you need to track every gram and every crumb forever. I am against that approach of weighing out every single gram of rice forever. But you do need a period of clarity. You need to understand nutrition. You need a window where you look at your calorie intake with complete honesty. You got to think about it like it's your bank account. You wouldn't try to save money without checking your balance every so often. So why try to lose body fat without knowing how many calories you are actually consuming? And you can pick a tool that works for you. MyFitnessPal is a fantastic app. With our members, they use our own app to track their food. But if you track your food honestly for 7 to 10 days, just doing that creates awareness and understanding of portion sizes, understanding of nutritional values of food, and that awareness gives you control. You will be shocked at how quickly things start to move in terms of your progress. You'll have more energy, better digestion, visible fat loss, and clear progress in the gym, because your body reflects your habits and your habits are revealed when you track. So before chasing various fads and before tracing a brand new diet and the next flash in the pan thing that you see on Instagram, start by understanding what's already going into your body. That is going to be an absolute game changer for you. Now, this next point is probably going to ruffle a few feathers. And let's be real, saying I want to get lean sounds great, but saying it isn't enough. Because when work gets stressful and the kids are up all night and you're traveling for 10 days straight and you're running hours of meetings and you're leading teams, just saying I want to get lean, that is a surface level goal. It's gone. Because as soon as work gets stressful, life throws a curveball at you and then a pizza shows up and a few beers are poured, gym gets skipped, and then you tell yourself, I'll start again on Monday. But then Monday never comes. And why? Because the goal that you actually set yourself didn't really mean anything to you. Here's the truth, because a six-pack won't keep you motivated, but a purpose will. You need a reason that just hits you in the chest every day, really lights the fire inside of you, not just a holiday, not a weekend away. You need something that's really going to light that fire inside of you. I'm talking about waking up with energy so you can lead your team. I'm talking crushing your work day and still having the capacity to be fully present with your family. I'm talking about showing up for your kids with, showing them what strong, healthy, disciplined habits actually looks like. Not just saying, I want to be lean. Because when your why shifts from purely vanity to an actual identity, everything changes. You stop looking for those quick hacks and quick fixes. You start actually showing up, and you keep showing up, because now it's not just about getting in shape for a holiday. It's about becoming a man your future self, your partner, and your kids will be proud of. That's the real goal. And when you lock into that, consistency becomes automatic. You don't have to force the discipline. You become disciplined, because now it's who you are. So to recap, why do most people never lose the belly fat? Firstly, it's because the approach is wrong, with the hours of cardio being the chosen method. They simply over-rely on training and underplay nutrition. Like we said, nutrition is 80% of the battle. Again, they lack accountability with food, and ultimately, I think it comes down to the fact that the goal doesn't matter enough. And that goal doesn't drive consistent action. The goal needs to be big. You need that why. You need that burning desire inside of yourself. So I hope this has been useful, and I have a gift for you. On the link below this video, there is a free training video walking you through how to actually lose body fat, build lean muscle, and do it all without restrictive diets and the hours of cardio, and the exact methods that we use with all of our members at Lean for Life. And you can go and implement this today. So below this video, there is a link, which if you click, it will take you through to a video walking you through our metabolic mastery method in more detail, and it will be really, really valuable. So go and click that link, and I look forward to seeing you in that video. But hopefully this was helpful, and any questions you have, just drop them in the comments below. You can DM me on Instagram at Harry Knights Coaching. I spend a lot of time in my inbox replying to various questions, so feel free to message me any questions that you have. But hopefully it was useful. So make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.